I've started it, so.
I need everyone to make an initiative roll and drop it in rolls.
What?
Initiative already?
You
I know we're all gonna die.
I think it's just who's going first.
Just
No. Oh, that's a natural 20 for 28.
yeah.
Starting the session off really good. That's scary. And then confirmed
Oh,
for
I got a nat
23.
22.
Confirmed
I got a
for
nat 20 for 21. Do I roll to
9.
confirm or just?
yeah, you roll to confirm. So the way you put that down is it's so let's say you have a +1 to
I
initiative.
rolled a nat 1 for confirmation.
Okay, then you confirm again.
Oh god.
Oh, joys. Good fun.
There's
That's
my
29.
2
Okay,
big rolls
it's a
out for this
14 this
session.
time.
Okay,
Look at
so
these.
So let's see. I will put it in roll. Where did rolls go? Oh jeez. Rolls. There we are. Okay.
I don't like the new Discord UI. This is
Yeah, me
annoying.
neither. It's disgusting. I hate it so much. Can I talk my shit again?
all of my programmer friends like it.
Of course they do. Y'all are weird. Tell Josh I said hi, by the way.
Will do. So then that means Saffron.
Hi.
Make a resolve roll for me.
Oh. This is when I get the nat 1. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. 12.
Okay. You're up during the night. Sometimes it's easier to sleep than others. Tonight, Ambrose rolled over, and you felt his hand move against your neck, and you woke from a small terror.
Oh no.
But didn't want to wake him or blame him. Would you move to the balcony, the backyard, the kitchen, or the drawing room?
I think she would go outside, touch some grass. The backyard.
You hear the distant ding ding of a streetcar. You hear the sounds of the night. There are a fair few bats in Catachan, and as winter is slowly relinquishing its grip towards spring, some of them are starting to emerge. Out here in the back garden, with the blooming hedgerows, there are a number of bats that come to feed on the waking bugs, and will soon drink from the flowers. You hear a noise at the garage of someone coming inside.
She'll, slowly make her way towards the noise. Just, she's very peaceful. It's like she's relaxing in the cold morning spring air. But she'll make her way towards the garage.
Are you sneaky?
Yes, but not in the sense that she's trying to hide herself. She's just wanting to be slightly quieter. Shall I make a stealth roll?
Yes, if you want to be sneaky.
That could be meant. Okay, sure. We'll do it. Oh, that's a 3, so 13.
You open the door, and you and Theo spy each other. Theo, describe how you look.
Theo has taken the reins of the nightmare and has led him into the garage. He has a broken nose. He has a split lip. He looks like shit. He's got a massive gash in one of his shoulders, which is bleeding quite a bit. And he looks like he's just about on his last legs, kind of holding onto the horse for support. As he feebly pulls down the garage door behind him. Hi. Morning. I should probably get to bed. And he's gonna he's going to hobble past her.
She will stop him with her hand against his chest. Let me at least heal you first.
With what? He looks a little bit uncertain, a bit worried.
She will take his wrist and lead him to a chair of some sort.
Okay, I guess it's happening.
He hasn't seen it yet, has he, that she can heal like this? Okay. Anointed and healing, she'll put her, hand to his chest, and then her hands will, glow this gold colour. She'll heal him for 10 chance.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Looks a little bit better, but nonetheless still battered. But surprisingly not defeated, not downtrodden.
You want to tell me what's happened? Or...
Maybe in the morning. I don't think you're going to be very happy about it, and I could really stand to not take a bollocking right now. And he'll wince and adjust himself in the seat. You know what, this seat is pretty good. I think I'm just going to try and sleep here.
No.
His body hurts. He's hurting.
No, it's fine. Let me help. She'll, take one of his arms and wrap it around her shoulder and, try and, take most of his weight and walk him back inside to at least somewhere more warm,
yeah, he'll look back and click his fingers, and the nightmare will just to the wind.
The steed will walk into a shadowy corner.
Yeah, that's cool.
She'll put him down on the sofa, knowing that she could probably not manage to get him up the fucking stairs.
This is more than fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter where I sleep. Just I get some kind of rest.
She'll hand him a blanket.
Thanks.
I think at this point she'll go to the kitchen. I don't think she'll say anything more.
I think he's just gonna take his glasses off and just drop them at his side and roll over and try and get some sleep. some form of rest.
Ambrose.
Hello.
Make a resolve roll.
Have a look. It'll be 14.
You remember parts of your dream. The parts where you were close to the ground. The parts where you were moving fast. You wake up with the taste of blood in your mouth. And you remember the warmth of the pack.
He's gonna check his lips and make sure he hasn't bitten himself.
No. Supple and pouty as always.
Luscious.
Yeah.
He is also going to go and just check in a mirror, make sure there isn't any actual blood.
You turn over and Emira isn't here, but you're not too surprised.
I do tend to flail.
It is early hours. The sun is just now making itself known behind the buildings. As you head down,
Yeah, no, go on.
As you head downstairs, you see Theo asleep on the couch.
And does he still look relatively awful?
He looks battered and bruised, but not actively bleeding. Looks like someone put him through a tumble dryer a little bit.
He always looks kind of awful, let's be honest.
Ambrose is going to go over to... I imagine there's probably some kind of decanter in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to pour a large glass of that, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Is going to take a small sip and then put the rest of the cup just on the table closest to Theo.
Mm-hmm.
And then just pat him on the head and just go, "Medicine, dear boy. You'll need it when you wake up." And then he's going to wander into the kitchen.
Emira, where are you at?
In the kitchen.
Alright. That's good. Because Beans has gotten into the dried beans.
She has got him by the tail, like the bottom of his, like the top, the where the tail attaches to him, and she's holding him up, scolding him as Ambrose walks in.
As you watch, she finally gets a hold of him, and he is burrowing into the bottom of this barrel of beans. And she finally pulls him up. He is holding a ladle.
What did I tell you about? Give that to me. She'll take it off him. But she'll set him down on the counter and put the cupboard back, looking at all the beans that have presumably like over the floor. and she'll sigh before like patting his head slightly, a little bit more aggressive than usual.
He starts to chitter as you start to not pay attention to him. Ambrose,
And
you
what
spy
is-
Nicodemus behind Emira, slowly crawling across the counters, stealing some of the coffee.
My God, we barely live in this house. It's more pets than inhabitants.
Bean serves as distraction.
There's only two. She doesn't even look behind her. She just reaches and grabs Nicodemus and puts him in front of her. Morning.
It's probably still nighttime to most people. But good morning, yes.
I'm guessing you saw Theo on the couch.
Difficult to miss him. Any idea where he went? What he got into?
Well, I think he may have done something that we were supposed to do together, but I suppose it's fine.
He's got quite an ego, that one.
Maybe. I think he was
Well.
just pissed. Not in the alcohol sense, but more in the angry for his. Are we calling them partners as well? Like, Cece and Theo?
I
Boyfriend?
haven't
Girlfriends?
actually asked what they are.
I mean, I know that they have, I know that they have some type of romantic relationship.
That's pretty obvious, I'd say.
Yeah. But, remember that guy that hurt Cece a while ago? The bald man? Yeah.
Bold, yes.
He went after him, I think. Without me.
Oh.
I mean, it was his revenge to get. I just wish I could have seen it happen. But that's just a theory. He could have done something completely different.
Well, we can probably ask him whenever he recovers.
I healed him for a bit, so. Do you want some food? It's a bit early for breakfast, but I'm hungry, so.
Do we have eggs? I feel like eggs.
Yeah, we have eggs.
Oh, let's do things with eggs.
What do you mean?
I cook them.
Okay. In what way?
I don't know. I can't decide. Let's do 3 different ones.
Alright, sure.
Let's see here. Emira.
Mm-hmm.
Gain 1d4 chance.
Oh, okay, hold on. 4. Let's go.
You guys have some good coffee.
Now we like hot chocolate in this household, brother. She'll make Amber's eggs. 3 different versions: fried, boiled, and scrambled. And then offer her leftovers to Beans.
Hillary.
Yes.
Perception.
Perception. Dirty 20.
You hear her at the end of the hall.
You're
You
who?
make your way around the edge of the corner, moving through the rows of clothes, pushing past them like sheets in doorways. You stop. You hear the quiet crying. You turn to the right once more. The wallpaper is peeling here. You reach the end, nestled among things that were once shoes, is Agnes with her knees drawn up to her head. She's crying quietly.
I crouch down to comfort her.
She reaches for you and hugs you.
I give her a great big daddy hug. Everything's okay. Everything is okay. You're all right.
You turn and exit the closet, just as shallow as when you entered. Party is there, in her room waiting for you.
Okay. Is Agnes with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the party awake?
Oh yeah. She had another episode. She ran into the closet several hundred feet.
I ask in party how Agnes is doing.
During the day, she's well in control. But at night, sometimes she has nightmares.
Yeah, we need that herb. It's just a few more weeks before we can travel there. But I will bring back the herbs. Help her forget. Help her get past this.
I have floated the idea to the Hijar of you returning.
Yes.
They are not pleased, but they
Why is
do
that?
understand.
Why aren't they pleased? This will be a trip that I'm not working for the long line and rail company. I'm working for my family, and this is not for the corporation. It's for my family.
There are many who still hold you responsible. They lay thousands of deaths at your feet.
Is there some way I can show them? There's so much that your country has to offer that its greed drives men's far.
For one thing, start by not thinking about what my country has to offer your country.
Okay. But the herb is, we need the herb.
We do. And you will get it.
Is there something I can offer your country?
We will see. I hope so.
I would like to build schools and libraries.
We had schools once.
Did you? What happened to them?
They were replaced.
Dear. Jeez. There's so much greed and ambition in this world that blinds men.
You put Agnes to bed. It's nearly morning now.
Okay.
I should be returning to the consulate.
thank you for spending the night.
Of course.
And is there anything that I can do for you when I go to South Endara?
Perhaps.
Let me know, please.
I'll be in touch.
Okay. Thank you again. Have a safe trip. We'll see you later.
She heads downstairs, and her bodyguard goes with her.
I try and have beers with the bodyguard, trying to get to know him. He probably won't drink, though.
You know, he's ever the stoic.
Okay. That's a good question. And do I have new staff, or am I working in multiple roles here?
Still working in multiple roles. Lavinia is... She is basically holding interviews.
Ah, of course.
Which means that she is seeing if people are up to it for her family. So,
Okay.
3 guesses as to how long that will take to find someone that's up to her standards.
It's going to... maybe by the time I'm back from South Endara, we may have one chosen of the 3 or 4 we need. Yes, of course. How is... I check in on Lavinia. How is she doing?
He's alright. He's... As soon as you come and tell her that Agnes is back in bed, she slumps back down.
Okay. Agnes will be okay, I'm sure. I've got to get that herb.
Yeah. Alright. Where are you headed? Like, what's on your docket for today? Your plans?
Well, first of all, I'll check with Lavinia. Is it okay, Lavinia, if I go back?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine, because, some of the items we pulled out of here may have some value for a trip to South Endara. I'll let you know more later, but the children, it's a good thing I moved them out. Good thing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right. I will see you tonight.
Your position at the company is also... They are... Montgomery himself actually came to you and said that until your daughter is well, you can have off.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
He's...
I appreciate the kindness and recognition of the problems we face. I am planning to travel to South Endara to find some herbs and some drugs that will help her, and I think they may be helpful. It's just been hard.
He says that he will have his people in touch for how you can make this trip profitable for all.
I have, yes, sir. I have some ideas that may start another company. We'll see. That's the least of my issues right now, sir.
Of course. We'll probably just send someone along with you.
Yes. Who are you thinking of sending with us?
Oh, we'll find someone. Not to worry. You don't put any thought to it.
Well, I'm interested in someone with a background in botany of.
We'll consult the observatory. How does that sound?
Wonderful. There's some people there I could certainly look forward to working in with.
Then all's well as he dismisses you.
Again, thank you again, sir. I appreciate the what you've done. Thank you. And I give a curt bow of my head and leave his office.
Yeah. So what's on your docket for your next?
The next thing on my docket is I need to go to the observatory to find out about the culture that developed the dream catcher and these butterfly things. Find out more about what kind of magic this is, how it works. Does it offer an improvement over our own magic? Or is it is something just peculiar to this other culture?
Alright. Cece has contacts with the observatory.
Yes, of course. In fact, I would like to go to the observatory with CC so that we can work together, and because she has more knowledge of the arcane than I do.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I'm used to learning about other cultures and why they do things. I have that background, and together I think we form a complete investigator.
Theo,
Yes.
you appreciate the appy juice.
Also, Ambrose would have noticed that Theo was wearing one of his coats. That's something that I just completely forgot to mention.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was wearing one of your coats. Yeah. Happy. He'll do like that thing that like 5-year-old kids do in the middle of the night where they wake up and then go back to sleep. I'm so thirsty. And then go back to sleep. It's the most tired he's been in a while, to the point where he can actually sleep because he's that exhausted.
CC,
Yes, Mark.
there is rapping at your window.
She'll
MMO.
slowly get up.
It
Kinda
sounds
rubbing
like
her eyes.
dozens. It sounds like dozens and dozens of little finger taps at your window.
She'll like rub her eyes a little bit, trying to wake up and look towards it, kind of like not really registering at first what she's seeing, and then like actually looking.
As though tiny hands strike upon the glass with rough-hewn nails. Looking, you see a bunch of paper birds.
She'll go towards it, kind of like not really looking, and then just kind of open the window.
One by one, they all flutter over around you, atop you, landing on your head, on your desk, anywhere that they can find, and then they unfurl. They all have their reports.
Awesome. She'll gather up the pages, and then like start getting ready for her day while reading the reports.
As you gloss over them, it seems that, congratulations, you now have a great deal of information about random bullshit.
Yep, sounds about right.
That the biggest thing of interest was, of course, the funeral, and one of them did catch an appearance from the man from the 13 Hands, who spoke with Theo.
She's gonna pay a bit more attention to that one.
It describes how the 13 Hands is in schism.
Knew that one already.
And how he apologizes for Theo being in danger during their last meeting, or during his last meeting with the 13 Hands.
Do I remember that happening? I don't think I was ever told about that.
Mm-mm.
Her brows kind of furrow at that.
But that seems to be pretty much it for interesting information. The rest of it is the movements and dispositions of other various wildlife, including a murder of crows that seems to have taken a great interest in their new neighbors that don't seem to eat any of their food.
Yay!
One by one, the papers fold back up into birds. This is interesting. This is not how the spell is supposed to work.
Yeah, no, that's not how the spell works.
You notice that a great deal of them are writing with sparkly ink infused with gems, ink they should not have had access to.
Oh. Can I look closer? Can I like at specifically the ones that sparkle and see what they have in common?
Make an Arcana roll.
Sure. Okay. That's a 17.
This ink is usually used for writing spell scrolls and tomes. It contains gems within it that hold its magic. Miriam must have had some out and about, and these birds must have gotten into it.
Yep, that'll do it.
The great many who got into this sparkling enchantment ink fold themselves back up and fly back out your window.
She'll let him go. Kind of finish getting dressed, and then head downstairs.
You see Theo on the couch, empty cup of appy juice.
She'll go over to her, kind of not realizing how injured he is at first. Just seeing him on the couch, goes over to kind of tuck him in a little closer, and maybe take the cup and put it in the kitchen. As you do,
now you see his bruises.
What the fuck?
You feel a cold breeze on your shoulder.
She's just kind of gonna speak into nothing, assuming that she knows who the cold breeze is. Were you following him? What the hell was he doing? Not really expecting any response.
Yeah.
She's gonna continue tucking him in, brush her hair out of his face, kiss him on the forehead, and go into the kitchen.
You pass Ambrose and Ymira, who are having eggs and with a side of eggs and a dessert of eggs.
Did you all finish all the eggs?
No, there's loads left.
Beans offers you a handful of beans.
I'm okay, thank you, Beans.
Cannibalism.
I assume that you seem to
Yes! I was just about to ask if either of you knew what the hell that man got up to.
All I know is that he said before I put him on the sofa that I would probably be mad at him. So, good news, I think.
Absolutely. I'm going to sick a bird on that boy, I swear to God.
Do you want some?
Oh, eggs? Sure. And she's gonna go and put the empty cup in the sink and then grab some eggs.
Mira would have made extra.
Oh, yay. How are you two doing?
She'll look to Ambrose.
I mean, it's quite early in the morning. I'm not entirely happy about being up this early, but
I was about
I'm,
to say, you're not usually up this early.
I'm not usually up until about 4 in the afternoon, but well,
Yep.
I don't know what got me up actually. I
That might
assume
have
there's
been
a
me
rich day ahead
leaving.
of us. Possibly.
Mm.
I was gonna go on a walk and then, I heard Theo stumbling into the garage, so.
Oh, I don't know what to tell.
Don't eat
Maybe
with your mouth
finish
full!
chewing.
Oh,
Did you sleep well, Cece?
I did, and then I got woken up by my birds. Did
Hmm.
either of you see if any of them got into Miriam's room?
Yeah, I think they would have. They were everywhere. Like an infestation. Beautiful infestation.
I think they might
They
have gotten into.
they only really would have
Something.
gotten in if someone had left a window open.
Ambrose is going to make a mental note to close that window again if it's still open. But he's not going to say anything.
Well, I think they might have gotten into some of Miriam's ink. So now we have a few birds lasting a bit longer than they should.
Is that a
Mop.
bad thing?
No, not really. It's just, not what I was expecting. It's not what I was expecting to happen.
Hillary,
Actually, in the
sorry, go ahead before the scene
actually
changed.
in the reports I got back from the birds, someone from the 13 Hands stopped by at the funeral the other day.
Oh?
They were talking to Theo. Something, not news that we already, not news that we didn't know already. Just the 13 Hands is in schism. Blah blah blah. But there was also something about. Never mind. It's fine. I'll
No,
talk to him about it later.
you can't just start
Can't
that and
leave
then not
us
tell
in
us.
suspense like that.
Don't eat with your mouth full! No, speak with your mouth full. I won't tell you
Chew
again.
your food, Ambrose. It. There was just something in the report about him being in danger.
Amira will
Yeah.
look to Ambrose.
Seeing
Didn't
Amira look at,
What?
seeing Saffron look at Ambrose, she will also look at Ambrose.
didn't you go on that little job for Miriam to hand in her old stuff to 13 Hands? What happened?
Um, Someone fell?
That doesn't sound
It,
like danger enough that the 13 Hands would grant an apology.
well, we met someone who said they were called Andrew. We handed the box over. All very, very good. Going well. And then we were going to leave, and, well, Andrew fell. And he fell hard enough that he wasn't alive when he had finished falling. And then,
Jesus.
uh, well, there was someone who could sort of walk through walls.
Huh?
I
Someone
kind of
you know,
expected.
or
I don't tend to associate with myself with people who can so brazenly break the laws of physics.
Huh?
I mean,
What's
bar
her
the obvious
face?
ones.
So why didn't either of you tell us this?
I know.
I mean, we were a bit busy. There was a funeral, and
Mm.
I didn't want to bring the mood down any further.
No, it was
Amira
already
will
as down as it could be.
Amira will look at Cece and just give her like, we need to make sure we're monitoring these men.
Well, in fairness, Theo didn't tell you either.
I'm just gonna
It's not like
Be
I'm the
quiet.
knower of things around here.
We understand. It's okay.
I'm-
They were busy and they didn't tell us, but they were going to, right? You were going to tell us?
I'm going back to my fucking eggs.
I'm keeping a bird on the both of you from now on. I swear.
That's harassment.
No, it's not. Clearly, you guys can't handle yourself alone. Somebody has to watch after you.
So Hillary,
Yes.
Oop. a flock of white birds up on one of the power lines watches as you enter the estate.
Are they paper or real?
Well, they're real paper.
Nice.
Never mind. I go into the house.
As you do, you hear them from the kitchen. Theo,
Yeah.
being woken up, you were being woken up being chastised in the third person from another room. Are you sneaking off?
I think he's not got the energy to sneak around right now. I think he'd just like
Just lay there and be like,
lay there for like a few minutes until the conversation changes, and then slowly, like, how long has it been? Like, how long has he had to have a little sleepy slip?
You have had a poor rest.
Womp womp. What do I get? Do I get anything back? Do you want me to roll anything? Or
Yes, you make an endurance roll with disadvantage. Right. And yeah, it follows the rules of your of the recovery DC.
Yeah, so it's against my recovery DC.
Mhm.
Okie dokie. Okay, so that is a. Oh my god, my brain's not working. 18 and a 19. Okay, so an 18.
Okay.
Which passes. Yep.
Okay.
Passes.
Then you get if you mouse over it, you'll see what you get for a good rest.
Wait, mouse over what?
The recovery
Oh.
DC or the health. Health.
I mean, okay, I'm hovering. I ain't seeing shit.
Hold on.
It should say, hold on. Good rest
the-
restores 10 health, 10 chance, 4 condition, and 2 attribute / injury. Poor rest is half of each.
I think it depends on. Does it?
You have to hover over the word health.
Oh god, okay, that makes sense. So poor rest, you said, right?
No, I'm sorry. I just meant that you had disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So was that a good rest then?
Yes.
Yippee! 10, full condition. Okay, awesome. 1 second. Oh god. Okay, 10, and then 10 chance. Yeah, and then condition. 4
You're good on
conditions, so I can just take that off my agility from before.
No, that is. Oh, yeah, because it's 2 for. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, it was just 2 that I had for that, and then what's attribute injury?
That's what you just took off.
Yeah. That's what I just took off. Awesome, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. That's it. I'll do all of that. Slowly swivel into a seated position. Run my hands through my hair. Rub my eyes. Put my glasses back on, and will get up with my empty glass of.
Actually, the glass is gone.
Oh, where's my happy juice? And I will follow the voices into the other room.
As you swivel around, you see Sir Hilary has entered the foyer.
How are you doing? You look tired.
I'm not going to lie. I've been better.
Something happened yesterday?
Yes, I suppose. I can see that everyone's here now. I'll just gesture for Hilary to follow. I think we're all in the kitchen.
I follow Theo into the kitchen and find out what happened to him.
Coffee is on, Sir Hilary.
All right. And I thank Bean for the beans, and I get a cup of coffee. I put the beans back.
I will also get coffee. Just to function.
Yeah.
And I imagine he feels very like everyone is looking at him right now, just like, so what do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll push his glass up, even though he's not quite making eye contact with anyone because he feels a little, not guilty, more guilty for not feeling guilty, if that makes sense. So, last night I decided that I would take a trip round to the Red Rook Club.
The Redwood Club?
The Red Rook Club.
Is that Eamon's?
Another of Eamon's clubs.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy.
Jesus.
Amira stiffens immediately.
Yeah. She's going to be right above
She
table. I'm so sorry. She's going to be
just
so
leaning
pissed
back
at him.
and smiling as I drink my coffee.
I reckon Hilary and Ambrose are just going to be sat there just like smug that they're not in trouble for once. It's just like, hee hee hee.
I invite Beans on my lap to listen.
I'm going to pull up a chair as well and kind of hoist myself into it.
My father's club.
One
Just
off,
alone.
yes. I dressed differently. I wore, and he'll pull off Ambrose's coat and pass it back to him. I'm sorry about that. I don't. No.
Oh.
Completely
really? I
fine.
thought you just
Where was
developed
the
a sense
fun?
of style for a change.
Yeah.
Very,
Okay.
very droll. Very droll. Anyway, I didn't draw any attention to myself. I don't think anyone knows that it was me yet. There's all bridges that will be crossed when we get to them. So the long and short of it was, I thought there's not much point in waiting for more information on who we were after. We knew where he worked, and I thought I'd get a scope out, see what sort of thing we were dealing with, and one thing kind of led to another. So, Baldy missing ear man is now gone, no more. Also, may have almost killed Aemond in the process. And he's like very, very. He's like intently avoiding Saf's gaze. Like you can tell now that he feels guilty about that. He's like, he's fine. He's not dead. But I did happen to get into a scrape, and he'll like pull back his shirt. He'll pull back his shirt. And there's a sizable dagger wound in like his left shoulder. I got acquainted with one of his other assassins, and then I'm gonna look at Saffron.
When he looks at her, she looks away, and she's just, her face went from like a mix of shock to concern, and now is just kind of angry.
Yes, I figured that would be the response. It's done.
Well, you go into a fight, you bring a bigger weapon. If they have knives, you have a gun. If they have a gun, you have a submachine gun. You never walk into a fight without a weapon.
And you
went alone?
He's gonna take a sip of his coffee.
You're not even gonna look at me?
He will look at her and put his coffee down. I'm sorry. It's just something I have to do.
Her face is just sheer, like, devastation. She's upset. Her eyes are shiny.
I'm gonna tentatively, if she's not willing to reciprocate, then fine, but he's gonna reach out a hand towards hers.
She's gonna shake. There's a shake of her head, and she walks out of the room. And you hear the front door close behind her.
Theo, that was absolutely... Do you know how much trouble you could have been in? How much shit you could have just caused all of us? Did you kill them? The assassin?
Not the assassin.
Fuck!
But I got away.
It doesn't matter! So did they!
Surely you should know that you kill one assassin, they get replaced, just like you were.
It doesn't matter! It
You
takes
send
ages!
a message!
No, it's not about messages, Hillary. It's about... They saw your face, Theo. My father knows what you look like. It'll take him all of 3 seconds to guess who you are. You didn't tell us where you were going. You almost died.
Almost.
Yes! And severely fucked up, apparently.
He's just gonna sigh and his shoulders will sag. Like, he knew this was coming.
We had a plan to get information. I have done this thousands of times and you didn't wait for me?
No. I didn't.
Cece has every right to be pissed at you.
I know. You all do.
You three, she'll look at them, better start getting your shit together. No more running off. No more secrets. No more nothing. No hiding anything anymore. We are a team. As stupid as that sounds. And until this business that Miriam needs us to complete is done, we are going to stay like that. Am I clear?
Not in my head.
Theo crosses his arms and leans a little back in his chair. So it's okay for you to go off and make plans and do things on your own, but not for the rest of us. It's okay for you to go on your revenge quest, but not for us.
I have not gone anywhere alone. I have told everyone where I was. And even if I did, I wouldn't come back almost dead. I understand your anger towards that man, I do, but this was stupid and reckless. We need to stop doing stupid and reckless things. Just going to my father's club was enough. Ambrose, are we agreed? No more secrets, no more lies for anyone?
Ambrose is like halfway down, sinking in the chair.
I can see it. I can see it.
But I think having seen Theo stand up for himself a little bit, he's gonna sit up slightly. Yes. No more secrets for anyone.
Just so you know, I was mostly disguised. I'm not stupid enough to walk in there dressed like myself with my face on show.
So you had time
Yes,
to...
you were dressed like me instead.
Yes, you had time to plan that, but you couldn't have asked one of us to go with you, or even told us where you were going. What else happened? Quickly.
I'm gonna look at Hillary.
Look back.
You need to make sure your family are protected. Before
Why?
everything went
Why?
down in there,
What have you
I heard them
learned?
talking about... They were talking about your father-in-law and how he would be
Yeah.
very, very unhappy with their plans.
Oh,
They mean to get to Imparty. I don't know what to do, but I imagine it
Okay.
is with an ill intent. I mean, I think I threw a spanner in their plans, being that it was Mr. Belden himself that was planning to do this, but they plan to use Agnes to get to Imparty. I don't know whether I've slowed that down at all with my actions, but you know now.
who said that?
It was, just remind me, Mark, it was, I don't think I knew everyone in that conversation. Like, I knew that Carl was in the conversation, and was Amond as well?
Same in what? I'm sorry?
So the conversation that I heard about, like, them trying to get to Imparty by using...
No,
Agnes,
Eamon was not involved in that one
but it
directly.
was...
I mean, he could have been. He was in the same building. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, the only person whose voice I could identify was Carl's, right? It wasn't.
Yeah.
And then
And
there was two, like, cronies that were with him.
Yeah, you killed all three of them.
Okay. So you killed all of them that were making that discussion, but you don't know who were they employed by? Who were they working for?
Well, seeing as the club is owned by Amond, I imagine it was him.
Wonderful.
It seems that Carl was just
Is that something your father would
a
do?
brute.
What?
Use my daughter as a pawn to get at my father-in-law.
Just to correct
Yes.
you, David, it's to get to Imparty.
Yeah,
Okay. Use
Yeah,
Agnes
to get to the ambassador.
most
Imparty
definitely.
has a target on her back from multiple entities, and I'm not surprised that people are after Imparty. But why use Agnes? That's what's puzzling and alarming to me, because I've got to go to South Endara to bring back a cure for her, and she's not going to have anybody. I'm going to have someone find someone to protect her.
It gives incentive to you to go faster, to leave, to stop working, to stop controlling things in your company. And if Imparty's gone, then there's nothing stopping Agnes from getting worse. So
Yeah, you're right.
Like I said, I don't know where they are in their plans. That's what I heard.
Did anyone else speak to you? Anyone of note? Anyone see your face for more than a couple seconds?
He's gonna grimace and look into his cup. I believe, well, other than bartender, who wasn't really paying attention to me, there was a woman. And he's gonna, like, his face screws up because he knows he's just gonna continue to get bollocked. I think it was Eamon's wife. At least that was the impression I got. She was actually trying to come on to me, I think.
Ambrose is going to dive under the nearest table.
He's like, she's gonna blow!
She shuts her eyes for a few seconds and the grip on like the kitchen island tightens.
Hey, you must know she's an absolute pisshead. She was completely sloshed.
I don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't make anything better, Theo. She has a daughter or a son. I don't know. Either one. She has one of them. Ah! I'm going after Cece. You three stay here and don't fuck anything else up. Okay? Thank you. She'll like kind of jog / run after Cece.
I'm gonna pour myself some more coffee. Well, I'll buy you a new coat, mate. I'll say to Ambrose. Make sure this
I'm
one's
pretty
gone.
sure I found that one on a corpse.
Lovely. But takes a sip, unfazed.
Can I go after Cece, please? My Shayla.
Yeah, I mean, Cece, where did you go?
She didn't go far.
Yeah,
She's
just out of sight, not out of earshot.
I want to say she went out of the estate, started walking home, but then ended up tucking into an alley and just is like collapsed against the floor, sitting against a wall.
Is that a perception or athletics? Mark?
Not yet.
Okay. Does she find her?
Not yet.
Oh.
Oh, you're scary.
Going through it, huh? There's a woman who is pushing a cart along this alleyway.
A little.
She seems a little ragged. Money, health, or love?
Right now, love.
Mm,
Silly. I know.
no. It's the other two that are silly. Your health will leave you no matter what you do one day. And money comes and goes as easy as the wind. But love, I understand.
Mm.
Is it love lost, love longing, or love that never was?
None. I'm just.
Child, do you weep over love you have?
He did something stupid. And I could have lost him.
Goodness gracious, he did something stupid is the only sentence in every history book that's ever been. He did something stupid. Did you not know?
I thought
But
he knew better.
oh, you thought he knew better. Well, she comes and sits down beside you. Ah, this is a lesson you were bound to learn then. You thought he knew better.
I did. Suppose that was stupid of me.
Well, never forget he should have known better. Tell me, this love you both have,
I think so.
hmm,
At least it feels like it.
is it another woman?
No, no. Well, not right now.
Oh, goodness me. It seems like you found a catch.
It just makes stupid decisions.
Well, he should have known better, but, my dear, perhaps you should have too.
Mm.
Was it love for another that caused his stupidity?
It was love for me.
Oh. Oh. She takes a moment to compose herself. Love for you. Yes, well, then I think you both should have known better. Have you ever felt foolish?
All the time.
Have you ever felt as though your love makes you foolish?
Yes.
My dear, look at you. You're liable to make this man a gibbering fool. It's a miracle he can speak. My advice to you, don't forgive him too quickly. But try to find it in your heart And know that it won't be the last time he makes a fool of himself for your sake.
All right.
Now here. She reaches into the cart and digs around and produces a charm of a silver coin with a hole pressed through the middle. 3 bird ribs strung together. And the head of a key.
Hmm. She's a little confused, but she'll take them.
For free.
Thank you. This is very generous of you.
What I have to offer. Now, when you come back looking for fertility charms, she says, that I'll charge for.
Oh, I think that's a
Yes,
not that.
yes.
Thank you. What was your name?
I think it's sold. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me tell you correctly. Yep, Isabel. There we go.
Thank you, Isabel.
She begins to hum and push her cart back down the aisle, back down the alley. Emira, you're drawn to the humming to ask if anyone has seen Cece and which way she went.
And then we sees her, right?
Yep.
She'll sigh softly and sit down next to her. Or in front of her, just so that she can see her face.
You
There
know,
is.
the only reason I was okay with him going is because he said he was going with you.
I thought he was. I would have never let him go alone.
He's normally so careful.
Maybe he was.
He didn't even bother to say goodbye.
And if he
What if
had. Sometimes. No, I'm not saying that this was his intent, or. I don't know, but sometimes the best goodbyes are the one left unspoken. He went to do this for you. I don't think he meant to get himself caught up in all of this. But he has. And
that's the second time. It's the second time he's almost died because of me.
No. This
Yes.
is not your fault. You are not controlling him. This was his choice, his decisions.
But he did it for me.
Doesn't matter who he did it for.
I can't lose him.
Hey, you are not going to lose him.
I nearly did. Twice already.
And he is not lost. Despite the stupidity of what he did, he also found out some good information. He may have just saved Agnes and Imparty a whole lot of trouble. I know you're angry. I know you're sad. I know exactly how you feel. He did it because he loves you. And you know that. It's okay to be mad at him. I've made them all promise that they will not keep anything from us again. Or leave without telling us where they're going, at least. I can't promise that this won't happen again. Only he can do that. But we are all alive currently. And that could change at any point. I don't want us to be fighting. I don't feel like I have it in me to be mad at him anymore.
I'm just so scared.
Yeah, me too.
I
I'm sure he
nearly
was.
lost my brother at that ball. And the man that I've come to know is a big brother as well, and it's too soon. And I just want us all to be safe.
I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that everything's going to be okay. Because it's not. This is not an easy thing that we're doing. But if you don't want to do it anymore, if you want to take him and snatch him and run, I will not.
I can't just leave.
I know. But it's
You
an option.
forget.
Your father.
But you forget. Saphira, you're also family to me. You, Ambrose, Hilary. I can't take him and run. Because I'd leave you all behind.
He's alright, Cece. I healed him. And he's, for better or for worse, saved, at least in part, his life for now. And maybe Agnes's as well. Let's focus on the positives. We all do crazy things for people that we love. You know this. I just don't think he had it in him to wait any longer. And as much as that makes me want to rip his head off and shove it in a drain, I can't begrudge him for that. 'Cause, God, if someone did to Ambrose what that man did to you, I would not have waited as long as he did. Does it perhaps fuck some other things up as well? Yes, most definitely, but I'm just happy he's alive. Although a small part of me still wants to kill him for it, but we... She'll scoot closer and take her hands, kind of sat like directly in front of her now. Take a deep breath. She'll do it with her.
She'll take a deep breath.
He survived one of my father's trained assassins. That deserves a pat on the back. At least. She squeezes her hands.
There's a pause, and then a gentle squeeze back.
I made them promise that they would share everything with us, but I also promised that we would as well. So, if you are keeping anything to yourself, I think now would be the best time to share it. When we get back, of course. Which we don't have to do for a while. I think we should let him sweat for a little longer.
Actually, I won't keep this from everyone for long. But... And she'll open the compartment in her arm and take out the box and open it. And inside is the mind spring that she got from the conductor.
I know. It's okay.
You don't...
I ripped him open for a reason.
Staff. This... This could give me the opportunity to stay human.
She smiles softly. That's... If you want that.
I don't know.
She'll take the box and put it to the side and then pull her into a hug.
She'll melt against Samira.
It's okay not to know. It's okay not to decide.
I thought... I thought making this decision would be easy.
It was never going to be. But I am... We all are here for you no matter what decision you make. Whichever way, you are still going to be my family. And I'm still gonna love you. She'll pull away. And is Cece crying?
No. Her eyes are still shiny, but she isn't crying.
She'll gently, touch her cheek and rub it with her thumb.
She smiles a little bit, but it's tired. It's... a little broken.
We should go back. And as much as you're gonna hate to hear this, we should tell them.
Now?
You may as well rip the band-aid off.
Alright.
She'll stand and kind of like brush her bum off. Like, ew. Fucking disgusting little
So,
thing. Yeah. And then she'll help
Yeah.
Cece up.
she'll put the mind spring in the box. Put the box away. Put her glove back on.
If it means anything, I think you're going to be, or maybe, will become just as beautiful as you are now, in automaton form.
She'll smile.
I wonder what they're talking about.
That's actually the HBO. That's the cut.
Oh yeah, no, I was waiting for the cut.
Ambrose, Hillary, Theo.
Okay, to take a quick break.
Yeah, I just wanted to know real quick.
Oh,
Is
yeah. Go.
Hillary?
Yes.
I imagine the main thing you're doing is drilling into Theo. Like, I need information about who the fuck is threatening my daughter.
I want descriptions. I want names.
I will try my best. Can I roll for that? To try and
Yes.
remember. Obviously, they are all dead. All of the people that I heard talking about it are now dead.
Getting
Yeah.
identification.
Obviously, I can describe who they were. I can tell where they, what they looked like, where they worked. They kind of seemed like grunts, to be honest. I don't know if you want me to roll for it, Mark.
Okay.
And the main thing is that they were Amond was concerned because he was like, I don't know, actually it might not have even been Amond. One of them was concerned about the fact that Montgomery was not going to be very happy about them using Agnes to get to Imparty.
Right. Okay.
But
so
yeah, I mean, I could only...
Are they afraid of Montgomery? Were they afraid of him?
Not really. They were kind of like, oh, but what is he going to do? Like, he won't be happy about that. And I think Carl was kind of like, yeah, well, that doesn't matter.
Make intuition rolls, both of you.
Okay. That got me in that session. I was like, what? They started talking about Agnes. I was like, huh? 16.
I'm having some computer problems. All right, come on. Get bigger. All right, and they're rolling intuition?
Yeah.
Okay, intuition is a 12.
All right.
I will roll fortune for that to get a better roll.
Okay, that's
22.
All right.
Nice.
Well, Congratulations, you guys are able to ascertain something.
Ooh.
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 It is not Aemond that is after Agnes.
Yes.
It's not
It's
anyone in the underground.
Mm.
It's the Long Line Rail and Mine Company.
Yes, that's what I figured. Yeah, I
Why do
kind
we
of. Yeah, I think they. Montgomery, obviously, he runs it, right? He's like the director.
He's
or...
high on the board, but he is not the president.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry, my head is still. I'm trying to remember the session, but yeah, it's coming to me now. So they wanted to go after Imparty by any even I think Montgomery knows about this. He knows that they need to get Imparty, but he doesn't know the means at which they're willing to do that to get to her.
Right.
And obviously that's his granddaughter.
Yeah. There is one man who would have the authority to make this call.
And who is that? The chairman?
Yeah.
What?
Who's the president? Do we know who the president is? Is he in lore characters, actually?
Hold on. Here we go. Boom.
Oh. Boom.
Lore characters. Okay, come on.
Oliver Sunder.
Oh.
That's a
again,
mean
Oliver
motherfucker.
Sunder. Yes.
He is the company baron.
I presume I know him.
Yeah. He's everything you would imagine. A baron is an official title in this setting. It is basically, it's like land rights, but for a company. He and his heirs are the only ones that can own the company.
So what about the other stockholders?
They have board influence. They can make decisions, right?
Yeah.
But he is like, no one can sit at the head except for members of his house. It is a hereditary position.
Mm. Nepotism.
So the board of directors does not have control of the company. The control of the company is solely in Oliver Sunder.
They do not have ultimate control. They can overrule him on specific things,
Mm.
but ultimately, like, he has the power to appoint members.
Yes. Who does he have a right-hand man, or does he have a guy that he uses for the wet work?
His right-hand man for business things is Montgomery.
Mm.
So, which makes sense, and they're worried about Montgomery, so they're going around Montgomery.
Yep.
Again, Oliver Sunder wants to go around Montgomery for some reason and have somebody else. Is there
And-
anybody? Go ahead.
Yes, you can ask those questions and make those rolls when we come back from a break in 10 minutes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. Good. All right.
Break time.
Yay!
Hey. All right. Be back shortly.
Yep, I'll be back.
Hello. Oh no. Oh no. I'll be right back.